this is an event focusing on environmental improvement in paper sector. Been going on for several years, and as part of the paper tech, we have technology providers presenting. We have best practices being presented by the paper companies. We have a lot of international technology providers coming in presenting their technologies, and we have the supporting associations which are related to paper sector, Indian Paper Manufacturer Association, and several others who are partners to this activity, and there are the senior leadership of all these associations are also being present. As, as part of paper tech, we also award one individual for his lifetime contribution with an award called Distinguished Personality Award. We are privileged to have the honor Mr. N. Gopal Ratnam with this award this year. Mr. Gopal Ratnam is the chairman of Seshasai Paper and Boards Limited, a large-scale paper plant, historically very efficient paper plant, a paper plant which has contributed significantly to new technologies as well as promotion of people, promotion of community and community welfare, engaging with all stakeholders. These are all some of the things which the paper industry has been very good at, and Mr. Gopal Ratnam signifies all that. My privilege to request him to say a few words, and then you can interact with him, please.
Paper industry is a very keen and core industry. I don't think, despite the popular myth, you are going to have your life without paper. Paper will be there. I just mentioned also that about a couple of things in the meeting just before this. One is what is happening in the US. One is what is happening in the United States. And the corona period has fully exposed the inadequacies of online learning, the so-called distance learning with tablets, iPads, etc., etc. Especially in the New York area, they have found that students have become significantly weak in mathematics and science subjects. So there is already a revival of thinking to get paper back into prominence everywhere. With paper, you remember things, you are able to recollect things better, you retrieve things better, unlike this reading in a tablet or so. Even I use extensively the computer, but if something is more than 1 or 2 pages, I take a printout and read. That is staying in your mind a lot more deeply than this. The second one is paper is a highly useful and sustainable industry. I don't think there is any industry which is as sustainable as paper industry, because its raw materials are natural, renewable. Paper itself is a biodegradable product and does not pose any harm to the environment. And if you take India in particular, 90% of the wood that is required by the Indian paper industry comes directly from the paper mills themselves. They all plant, or they all help villagers to plant in their own land, harvest, and give it back to the paper mill, or they are also free to sell to the market depending on the market conditions. This has really helped the green cover of India to go up. What we call as the trees outside forests program. This is called because you plant trees in private lands by villagers. They tend, they grow, they harvest, they give it to you. This is an agro business by itself. Second is 70% of India's paper is made from recovered materials. By recovered, I mean from paper, recycled. And these recycled paper are, you can recycle them comfortably till five times at least. Therefore, from that point of view, paper is not a waste. It can be recovered at any point of time. All this makes paper industry a sustainable industry. And also India is slowly becoming competitive in terms of quality, in terms of delivery commitments. What is the definition of global competitiveness is that the product should be socially desirable. Paper, of course, is a very important product. It is socially not only desirable, it is essential. Second is it should be environmentally compatible. And the second criteria, paper industry meets comfortably with its ability to raw material you are able to grow, you are able to use, paper you are able to recover, you are able to reuse. Therefore, from this point of view of what do you call the circularity, which is so often you would have heard this term circularity, is something that is very easily achievable by the paper industry. And third, of course, is economic viability, which paper mill has been able to sustain financially for some time. Though of late we have been facing tremendous amount of problems, mainly because of imports from China and Indonesia. And I think they are growing at the rate of 30-40% a year. And they are able to put their products in to the country at a much lower price than us. You may ask as to if China can do, why you cannot do? If Indonesia can do, why you cannot do? Indonesia, the tree growing is taken as a huge amount of business. Government allocates huge lands, 20,000 hectares, 30,000 hectares, and plantation of eucalyptus or other paper making raw materials are done on a highly scientific mode, and therefore the cost of wood comes down. In India, while we take pride in saying that we meet our raw material wood requirements, we do it in marginal lands with marginal farmers. And we do a plant in 2 acres land, 1 acre land. While we get our raw material, it comes to us at great cost. There is at least a $50 per ton of a difference in price of wood between what you get in India and what you get in Indonesia. And to make one ton of paper, you require about 2 to 3 tons of pulp and about 4 tons of wood. That means straight away about $150 to $200 you lose, you become non-competitive. This is the main reason for Indian prices being slightly higher than what is coming in from China or Indonesia. But India is also able to export paper. Nearly about 10 to 15% of our production is going to various countries, 50 to 60 countries, including the US. Our company, for example, has been supplying fairly large amounts of copier paper to US market for the last about 8 or 9 years. But then the tariff issue has put a great stop to all this.
How would that be tackled?
Nothing. I have stopped supply for the last 3 months, hoping.
No, but then that could lead to they looking for other markets, cheaper ones.
Yes.
So how would that be?
It is a permanent problem. The minute you lose a customer, it is very difficult to get back that customer. and somebody else is going to take advantage of it unless this tariff problem is resolved quickly. We were paying 0% till May. Now they wanted us to pay 25%.
26.
And then we for some time we have been supplying, thinking that this problem will be solved. But it has been compounded, now it is 50%. Therefore, there is no way that we can make a paper in India and then supply it. So that is one big problem now for the Indian paper industry. The second problem is this GST. Paper industry was paying about 12% as GST. We were all expecting it is going to come to the 5% slab, being a very essential item for education, for social purposes, for hygiene, everything. Unfortunately, it has been taken to the 18% slab. Therefore, paper is going to become costlier. On the one hand, you are getting paper at less price when compared with even today's prices. If my today's prices are going to go up by a difference of about 12 or 13%, I've been 6%. I've been paying 12% GST. Now it is going to go to 8%, 18%. That 6% is going to add to my cost. Therefore, I'll have to pass it on. Therefore, to what extent it will be appreciated by everybody, whether my consumption will remain the same. Well, there are a lot of things that are required by the government. First, to look at this GST problem. Second is to see how to give us paper mills huge tract of unused land on lease basis for us to grow wood and then make it economical and make the paper industry sustainable. We have been pleading for all this, and I think if you are able to articulate our problems in the right spirit, maybe we will get some support. Thank you. And we expect that we will continue to grow. As a matter of fact, India is the fastest growing country in paper consumption.
In consumption.
Yes. Now, therefore, we have no doubts about the growth in consumption. The doubt is who is going to participate in that growth program. Is it going to be domestic mills or is it going to be overseas mills? Paper industry is somewhat diverse. Thousands, lakhs and lakhs of farmers to grow land in their marginal lands. There is a huge economics in this. And then, as I said, we are highly sustainable, therefore there are no environment issues. Now paper industry is considered as a very desirable industry by everybody across the world because of its ability to capture the carbon dioxide. All these are for the men, but time has come for the government to give some fillip. You are saying make in India, make in India. We are ready to make in India, we are making in India. Now there are obstacles for making in India. Therefore, it can only be solved and not by individuals, not by industry, but only by the government. That is where we need your help. Thank you. Anything from you?
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Paper Tech program has been going on. So this is the 19th edition, and there were a lot of brilliant paper presentations from paper companies, paper technology providers, and we also brought in about 20 Australian clean tech entrepreneurs who are here.
20.
So 20, 20. These are clean tech entrepreneurs from Australia. We are run an exchange program with Australia, and out of these 20, we are exploring the opportunity of piloting 10 of these technologies in some of the Indian industry sites. So this will give an opportunity for us to facilitate clean technologies to come from other countries to India. As some of you might know, we already have a program with Sweden which has been going on for last 14-15 years, and that has created nearly about 100 Swedish technologies to be implemented in India. all these countries have got good ecosystem for clean tech entrepreneurs to come up. India has got a huge market. So what we are trying to do is to facilitate the technology providers from other countries to come to India. We also have a program by which we encourage our Indian startups also to grow and contribute. Already about 40 clean tech startups are here engaged with us, and we are trying to help them to find out potential business opportunities with the Indian industry. So what we are trying to do overall, one, through the energy awards, recognize good performers and facilitate exchange of best practices between these companies who have done well with others. Number one. Number two, bring in new technologies through the specific interventions like the paper tech seminar and the power plant summit, which are part of the overall energy summit. Third, bring the startup ecosystem into the energy efficiency improvement, so that they also contribute to the growth of the sector, the overall startup sector, as well as contribute to environmental mitigation of other industrial sectors. See, if you take 100 startups, about 5 of them are in clean tech, 95 of them are in other sectors. So these 5, we are trying to encourage them and also increase the number of these startups. They can contribute to breakthrough innovations, and these innovations can help in solving some of our problems on the environment side.
Are there any serious concerns about plastic being, a subject?
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్, థ్యాంక్ యూ, థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ బీయింగ్ హియర్. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ 16, 17, 18 ఎనర్జీ ఎఫిషియన్సీ సమ్మిట్ నడుస్తుందండి. ఈ ఎనర్జీ ఎఫిషియన్సీ సమ్మిట్లో 3-4 ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉన్నాయి. వన్ బిగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇస్ ఎనర్జీ అవార్డ్స్. 250 కంపెనీలు వాళ్ళు ఎనర్జీ ఎఫిషియన్సీలో వాళ్ళు ఏమేమి చేసినారో దాని గురించి ప్రజెంట్ చేస్తున్నారు. దాంట్లో బాగా ప్రజెంట్ చేసిన వాళ్ళకు అవార్డు ఇవ్వబడుతుంది. రేపు మన్నాడు ఈవినింగ్ వీ హ్యావ్ అన్ అవార్డ్ ఫంక్షన్ వేర్ దే విల్ బి అవార్డెడ్. దీని అబ్జెక్టివ్ ఏమంటే అండి, సంబడి హూ హస్ డన్ వెల్ వాళ్ళని రికగ్నైజ్ చేసి వాళ్ళకి అవార్డు ఇచ్చేది ఒకటి. ఇంకొకటి, వాళ్ళు వెన్ దే ప్రెసెంట్ వాళ్ళు ఏం చేసినారని దాని గురించి వాళ్ళు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసేటప్పుడు మిగతా వాళ్లకు దాని గురించి అర్థం చేసుకొని వాళ్ళు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేసేదానికి ఇట్ బికమ్స్ ఈజీ ఫర్ దమ్ టు రెప్లికేట్. ఇట్ బికమ్స్ ఈజీ. దట్స్ వన్ మేజర్ యాక్టివిటీ. 250 కంపెనీస్, nearly about 2,500 delegates are participating in Energy Efficiency Summit. This is one. We also have an exhibition where nearly 100 stalls are there. 100 స్టాల్లు ఉన్నాయండి. వీళ్ళు టెక్నాలజీ సప్లయర్స్. వీళ్ళంతా ఎనర్జీ ఎఫిషియన్సీ ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసేదానికి ఏం చేయాలి దాని గురించి వాళ్ళు దే హ్యావ్ దేర్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ అండ్ దే ఆర్ డిస్ప్లేయింగ్. దేర్ ఆర్ 100 స్టాల్. ఇది తప్ప ఇంకా ఆస్ట్రేలియా నుంచి 20 క్లీన్ టెక్ కంపెనీస్ వచ్చినాయండి. వాళ్ళు వాతావరణాన్ని ఎలా హౌ టు ఇంప్రూవ్ ది ఎన్విరాన్మెంటల్ ఎఫిషియన్సీ దాని గురించి వాళ్ళ టెక్నాలజీస్, క్లీన్ టెక్ ఆంటర్ప్రెనర్స్, వాళ్ళు స్టార్టప్స్, వాళ్ళతో పనిచేస్తున్నాం. 20 కంపెనీల్లో 10 కంపెనీల దగ్గర నుంచి టెక్నాలజీ తీసుకొని దాన్ని ఇండియాలో మనం పైలట్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో దిస్ విల్ హెల్ప్ క్లీన్ టెక్ కోఆపరేషన్ బిట్వీన్ ఆస్ట్రేలియా అండ్ ఇండియా. ఇది మూడోది. ఫోర్త్, దెర్ ఆర్ సమ్ సెక్టర్స్ లైక్ పేపర్ సెక్టర్ అండ్ పవర్ ప్లాంట్ సెక్టర్. వాళ్ళ ఎన్విరాన్మెంటల్ ఇంపాక్ట్ చాలా ఎక్కువ. ఆ సెక్టర్లో ఏమేమి ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్స్ వచ్చినాయి, వాట్ ఆర్ ద గుడ్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్ ఆఫ్ పవర్ ప్లాంట్స్, దాని గురించి డిస్కస్ చేయడానికి 2 సెమినార్లు నడుస్తున్నాయండి. ఒకటి పవర్ ప్లాంట్ సమ్మిట్. లార్జ్ కంపెనీస్ లైక్ ఎన్టీపీసీ, టాటా, దే ఆర్ ఆల్ పార్టిసిపేటింగ్ ఇన్ పవర్ ప్లాంట్ సమ్మిట్. ఈ పేపర్ టెక్లో ఆల్ మేజర్ పేపర్ ప్లాంట్స్ ఆర్ పార్టిసిపేటింగ్ ఇన్ ది పేపర్ టెక్ సమ్మిట్. సో ఓవరాల్ about 2,500 మంది delegates from all over the country are participating in Energy Efficiency Summit. We have an award program day after tomorrow on 18th evening, where we will give away the awards to the good performers. We are encouraging good performers to perform better, as well as facilitate sharing of technologies and best practices with the industry. Thank you.
Good afternoon, friends. I am Pawan Agarwal, President of Indian Paper Manufacturers Association, and representing the paper mills in India. And so very happy to welcome you all in this 19th edition of Paper Tech, which is being held at HICC, Hyderabad. And this is a regular feature, and it's a great show for paper industry. We participate in big numbers over here, and we exchange our ideas on various technologies being used in pulp and paper industry. So we are open to any questions from your side. Okay, so as I said, paper tech has a lot of exhibitors from paper industry and allied industries which are associated with paper industry, like chemical industries, various machinery manufacturers, and other related industries. And we have various sessions also where we exchange our ideas during the interaction. So it's a two day affair, and a lot of good articles are there. A lot of good representatives have come not only from within India but also from abroad to exchange their ideas on various technical topics. So it's a good exchange of ideas, and as I said, this is the 19th edition, so it has come a long way, and really beneficial for the industry on the whole. So the biggest highlight is that we, as you must have seen our tagline, we want Indian pulp and paper industry to be world class, and we are putting our brains together, minds together, and trying to discuss and deliberate how we can do this, how we can achieve this. There are a lot of challenges. Being world class is easier said than done, but we know what are the challenges, and we are trying to find our own way, India way of getting world class in pulp and paper industry. And we have identified a lot of challenges there, like in terms of our scales of operation, which is quite low as compared to many other developed countries. But within that limitation, how we can improve our operations, how we can optimize our production efficiencies, how we can make our products better in terms of quality. All these things we are deliberating. Then we are deficient in fiber. So how we can improve our plantation, and we are doing in a big way. Today, let me tell you, Indian paper industry is perhaps one of the very few industries on this planet which can boast of this kind of raw material which we have. All our raw material are sourced through sustainable sources. Whether it be wood, 100% of our wood is grown by farmers in their agricultural fields. And it's an agro produce. We don't cut trees, we harvest trees. And the cycle is 3.5 to 4.5 years. And look at the bamboo, which we procure from northeast part. And similarly, bagasse, wheat straw, waste paper, recycled fiber, all this is from sustainable sources and environmentally friendly. And similarly, the product which we are producing, it is biodegradable, biocompostable, and 7 to 12 times recyclable. So look at the sustainability and environmental friendliness aspect of pulp and paper industry. All our raw material is biodegradable, biocompostable, 100% recyclable, and similarly are our products. So today, that's why we are considered to be the only, perhaps only viable alternative, environmentally friendly alternative to single-use plastic. And we are seeing a lot of potential there. A lot of our mills are producing paper and board to replace plastic in India today. All those disposable cutlery, disposable tableware, which was there, which was in plastic earlier, that has been banned by the government. And today, pulp and paper industry is supplying pulp to more than 100 tableware manufacturers in India, and contributing in a big way towards the sustainability aspect, plastic free, the policy and of the government today. So that's a big contribution of pulp and paper industry, and we are trying to reinvent ourselves during such conferences, how we can take forward this sustainability aspect, how we can contribute to further greener planet. So that's all we have been discussing. So we have got a mix. So there are some foreign exhibitors also, and but yes, lot of domestic as well. So putting its bit towards the economic development, and that to sustainable growth of the industry. But we need support from the government. We are the highest, one of the highest employment provider in India today. More than 500,000 direct employment and more than 2 million indirect. But I'm sorry to say that we really don't get much support from the government on various fronts. So that's our one of the gray aspects. But then paper industry as a whole is working its best, to take the economy forward. And today, let me tell you, we are more than 1 trillion rupee industry in India in terms of sales and revenues. Would you like to add something, Ketanji?
Myself, Sushil Kumar Khetan. I am Vice President INMA. This CIA seminar is really very useful for developing the efficiency, productivity, and the concept for innovation ideas in the paper industry. Today, we have lot of challenges and at the same time, lot of opportunities. So, this type of seminar where we get the global experts, not a easy job to get the global expert. We created a platform for last almost 19 years, and continuously they are educating the paper sector, and lot of benefit is being given to small mills which they don't have. So this type of platform really add value. Lot of good work is done. We get united, we exchange ideas, we learn from each other. In paper industry today, we have a lot of challenges. It is a capital intensive industry, it is a manpower intensive industry, it has got a lot of pollution norms, water scarcity, power challenges. So to work in a challenging environment and then become a global benchmarking standards, we have to do a lot of hard work, and this type of seminar and the hard work of CII, IPMA and INMA plays a great role. Thank you.
Exhibition come seminar for the whole of paper industry along with its associate industries. And we get a lot of participation not only from within but also discussion takes place around some very important topics regarding usage of water, regarding sustainability, regarding our carbon footprints, and also the growth factors for the next decade or so. And let me tell you that Indian paper industry has got very bright prospects as far as the overall growth of the Indian economy is concerned. So it is one of the very important cog in the overall wheel of economic development in India today. We are approximately 1 trillion rupee industry in terms of revenues, and growing at the rate of GDP today in India. And with the kind of sustainability we ensure in terms of our raw materials, in terms of our product, which are 100% environmentally friendly and procured through sustainable sources, we are one of the alternates, viable alternates to single-use plastic. And today, many of our units are replacing plastic in various applications, whether it be rigid packaging, flexible packaging, labels. So we are really, contributing towards a greener planet. And we are also optimizing our operations, our manufacturing processes. And such kind of seminars and conferences, they are contributing, in technological advancement of our processes also. So we are very conscious of the fact that we have to reduce our freshwater consumption, which we have already reduced from 150 kl per ton of paper to less than 35 kl per ton of paper. So that's a tremendous achievement we have done. Similarly, we are reducing our carbon footprints. Our energy consumption overall has gone down tremendously. So today, despite our low scales of operation, despite of our limitations in terms of availability of raw material, we are a fiber deficient country. Despite of all these limitations, we are able to compete with the advanced economies. But here I would like to mention that we want a good support from the Indian government. And you are seeing that today we are doing so very well in electronic and related industries because production linked incentive is being given by the government. We don't demand any PLI for paper industry, but at least we demand that some kind of support should be given in the sense that a level playing field should be created. Today we are impacted by this uncontrolled dumping from the paper mills in ASEAN countries, in China, South Korea, Japan. So they are exporting, they are dumping their excessive production in India. You see, every country sees India as a vast market, which India is. So we have to capitalize on this important aspect for ourselves, for our industry. So I would like to urge on behalf of Indian paper industry to the Indian government that they should create a level playing field for the Indian paper industry in terms of some kind of minimum import price, some kind of non-tariff barriers being created towards this unrelented import from ASEAN countries and China especially. So if this is done, I can tell you that Indian paper industry can really contribute in a big way towards the growth of Indian economy.
Myself, Sushil Khetan, representing INMA, Indian Newsprint Manufacturing Association, as Vice President, and I am CEO of Imami Paper Mills Limited. Paper industry particularly has got a long contribution for the development of economy. Paper industry plays a big role in education, in packaging sector, in tissue sector, development of entire literacy system in the country, and is a very scattered industry in the country. It suffers from lot of challenges, be it economies of scale, small paper mills, they are not able to compete with the global benchmark. Government of India gives us all types of support. Recently, they have given the MIP for the packaging board segment. Now, industry has submitted the request for the MIP on the copier grade and the maplitho grade paper. Paper industry carries lot of risk like environmental standards, water consumption, power consumption, and the government of India vision that we have to make it net zero emission industry in the country, and net carbon benefit country industry. Paper industry is working on that front, and it has gone a long way. Demand wise, single use plastic is being replaced with the paper. Today, paper is not only meant for the education sector, it has gone in a big way for the packaging segment, for the day to day, this carry bag, lot many other products which are not the real use of paper. So, paper is developed as a big replacement of plastic. Lot of specialty grade paper has been developed over last 3-4 years. In our country, new installations are coming up where most modern machines have been installed to produce packaging grade papers, which needs lot of technological advancement. Besides the capital cost, we also need the technology from European suppliers. These challenges are being met by the paper industry, and CII, IPMA, and INMA put together. They bring that knowledge, concept, technology, and evolving in the country. This way, paper industry as a whole has big scope for development of the country, providing employment to lakhs of workers. It has got almost 1 trillion turnover. Our country is having good demand globally. Demand of writing and printing paper is coming down, but still India has got a growth story, and being a rural based economy, still our education sector is growing and demand is growing. That way we see a good scope in the country. Thank you.